my channel. We got Aria back here. Say hey, mamas. Hey. Okay, y'all. So it's so much that I gotta catch y'all up on. Obviously, if you can see, I am moving. We are moving to a new state. Throughout this journey, I'm about to give y'all all of the tea. Like all of the tea, everything, how everything happened. And one thing that I do want to, I guess, point out is that everything happens on God's timing. Don't listen to them videos that say, oh, just move with your first check. Like, wait till God give you the okay. Because when God give you the okay, everything else just gonna fall in line so easy and simple. That's how you know if God gave you the okay. If everything just easy, everything just work out. You feel what I'm saying? Wait on God, y'all. That is gonna be the tone of this video. Wait on God. Because when I say God show up and show out, and I cannot wait to share my testimony with y'all, I almost wanna go into tears. But I'm gonna get a little clips. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna try to show y'all to my best ability about the move, and then yeah, we're gonna go from there.
We're going to a new house.
Yes, we are. And what else? That's it. I don't even know if y'all saw her. I hope y'all did. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ari, and we are back with another video. This is really the same video, but I just want to sit down and tell y'all about how did we freaking get here. Whew, y'all, the month of July was crazy in the best ways. Like, let me tell y'all something. God is always listening to you, even when you don't think that he is. He may not respond, and it may take you longer to get that blessing, but you will get it if it's in his will, and it will happen in divine timing. I know that's something that we all struggle with, including myself. I struggle with divine timing because we want to take control. We want things to happen when we want things to happen, but that's not how God works, because God puts us in a position to where not only are we going to get what we're asking for, but we'll be able to sustain it. You feel what I'm saying? He's not gonna just give us what we're asking for us to fumble it. You feel what I'm saying? And so once I gathered that, I obtained that peace of mind, I really just surrendered. It was just like, my life is already planned out. Your life is already planned out. All you have to do is choose the right paths to walk down. You feel what I'm saying? And so that brings me into all of this. And keep in mind, like, I'm so happy that I do share with like people around me the signs that I've been seeing, because God is always talking to us. You gotta really open your mind. Have you ever just been sitting in the bed and I'm getting chills and a song come on and you be like, where that song come from? But it be a message in that song. So in my case, it was that not much longer now, things are about to shift quickly, boom boom. Now I'm just thinking like, okay, I be hearing that sound all the time on TikTok, so it might be stuck in my head. But no, it was a sign. Not much longer now, things are about to shift quickly. Now, before I get into this move, I do got to let y'all know something, right? So I actually do have the exact date. So I was getting so fed up with my situation back in my hometown. I was just like, okay, you know what I'm finna do? I'm finna try to find me somewhere else in my hometown to live. So I did. I started looking, and yeah, I'm going in my phone because I need to show y'all this evidence. I started looking, and it was one. I didn't really like it. I didn't. I was going to settle for it, but it was a place. You feel what I'm saying? So the day that I went to go do the application, first of all, they was not answering the phone. I called them for like a week straight, and I was getting frustrated. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go up there. I'm just gonna go up there and submit my application. I still got my application in my purse. I think I might have just threw it away with the move. So yeah, I kid y'all not, when I got there, do I have it? before I got there, let me show y'all what happened. I hope y'all can see this. It was a man focus. I don't know if it's showing up, but basically it was a man standing on the corner with a sign that says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and not to lean on your own understanding. That was the first line. This is me going to that apartment complex, right? Stay with me. This is July 21st. Stay with me. So then, on my way to turn on the street where the apartment complex was Romans 8:28. And Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for the good of them who love God. So I'm seeing these signs, right? I'm seeing all of these signs like, okay, I don't know what this means yet. Not knowing when I got to the apartment complex. Ooh. Come on. I need y'all to see this testimony. Now when I got to the apartment complex, it said office closed. So yeah, not knowing that the office was going to be closed. So at that point, I could have had two mindsets. I could have been defeated. I could have been like, okay, what the world is going on? Like, every time I try to make an attempt to change my life, it's like curveball, curveball, curveball. Like, why am I not getting something that's so simple that I want? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's something that everybody had, well, most people have. Why is this so hard for me? Not knowing what's going to happen down the line. And what day was that again? Let's run that back, because it's going to help me connect the dots on how fast God works. So this was July 21st. Ooh, July 21st, right? Let me say this too. While I was looking at places in my hometown, I was also looking at places in Texas, because I wanted to move back to Texas. But Texas was so expensive, and I'm just like, how am I going to move to Texas with the resources that I have now? Like, I'm not trying to be check to check, basically. So I started looking at my city. And I was settling for sure, because I did not want to be there. I was settling for sure, and it was because of comfortability. And this is going to be a perfect testimony for you guys to know, like, comfortability is going to keep you stuck. Comfortability is going to keep you in a cycle. Comfortability is going to keep you doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So it's up to you to break the cycle. So let me tell you, I had a choice to make. Let's fast forward. I don't know what day I applied to this apartment. I ended up, because I knew I did not want to stay in the city. When I moved to Texas last year, I stayed in the city. Hated it. Hated it. Hated it. It was too much traffic. So it was like God was showing me this one city though. It was like nobody really knew much of it. It was kind of further away than where I stayed at the first time. And I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous because I never saw the place before. I never saw it before. But because Dallas is so big, it's kind of hard to narrow down what area you want to stay in. And I don't even know nobody who stayed in this area, but I'm like, okay, a lot of people were saying like it's more country. And let me just say, this city reminds me so much of my hometown. And that's why I say, like, this is how intentional God is. Like, he knew I can't stay in chaos. I am not a city girl. Like, I don't like all that anxious, that fast moving stuff. I don't like that. I operate in calmness, okay, in peace. That's when I operate the best. So I found this city. Well, God showed me this city. And so I started looking at the city. I'm like, oh, they got these apartments for this price. Like, this is what I'm looking for. Because back in my hometown, that's what they trying to charge for something that ain't even got no washer and dryer. And that's not even updated. So, like, I might as well move back to Texas and pay their prices versus moving somewhere in my hometown where I really don't want to be. Where there's no opportunity for growth. Where you get what I'm saying, right? I started seeing these apartments. And I found one that I really, really, really like. Now, y'all know that I lost my house. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get approved. I was not sure. And let me just say, back in 2023, when I did lose my house, at the beginning of this year, I paid off the amount that was owed in my lease. So it's like God was preparing me for this. Let me just say, I just want to throw that out there because I don't want to forget to say this. God was preparing me. He had me paying all my old debt from all my old places at the beginning of this year. So, not knowing that I was going to be moved, and I wanted to, but didn't know that it was going to actually take place, right? So, I ended up finding an apartment. Now, this apartment has some, not only was it affordable, it had like some good moving specials, because I wanted a good moving special, baby. I'm like, I need something free. Like, you know, I needed something free. So this apartment complex was offering 12 weeks free. And I was like, oh, I need that. That was the best special I seen. So I went ahead and applied, because I'm like, okay, this is the best special that I've seen. This is in my price range. I really don't know about the area, but based on what I'm hearing, it sounds like it's a cool area. Like, it could be for me. I didn't know how many black people's out there, but I really didn't care. At this point, it's just like peace of mind. And I feel like God was calling me there. Like, I feel like God was telling me my favor is there. So I went ahead and applied. I didn't know how it was gonna work, and I paid $200, $200 and some dollars, to apply the admin fee and the application fee. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is a big leap of faith, because I'm spending $200 on this. I could be spending this $200 on something else, but I went ahead and did it. So they was calling me throughout that time, and then they finally text me and said, you have been approved. Girl, when I seen that, I was like, me? I don't know, it's like, it didn't even feel real. And I can get that date for you, because I believe I screenshot it. Okay, here you go. I paid $207.95 that day. And then I got the approval. I don't know if, yeah, I got the approval on August 12th. August 12th is when it said your application has been approved. Now keep in mind, in order to get that move-in special, you gotta move in by August 19th. Now keep in mind, I got approved August 12th. Okay, keep that in mind. So you see how fast the things had to happen. Now, in the meantime of all of that, y'all, I ended up getting a promotion at my job. Yes, and it was not nothing that I necessarily wanted. It kind of just fell in my lap. And y'all, that's how God works. I feel like when you are aligning yourself with the path that God wants to take you on, it's filled with ease. I'm not gonna say that it's all going to be easy, but I feel like I'm in my period of time of ease, because how easy things happen. I left a lot of stuff behind. I didn't bring no furniture, nothing. I'm just trusting that God gonna provide. And I ended up getting this promotion. Company posts all the internal job openings for us to see first. So, or when they post it, we get basically a notification letting us know, like, hey, we got some new jobs posted. If you're interested, go apply. Basically, that's how it worked. So I was thinking about doing a supervisor position. Now, I did not want to do the supervisor position, because all of my very first supervisor, she was stressed so much. I was just like, nah, I'll never be a supervisor. Like, nah, they got too many roles. They got too much to do. I understand they make good money, but I don't want a job where I come home like thinking about it, stressed. And it's like, baby, once I'm off, I'm not trying to be thinking about that job. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew that job was gonna be mentally draining, but I was so focused on, okay, I gotta make a move. Like, I gotta move. So if I gotta do this for a little bit, that's just what I got to do. Like, I was willing to make the sacrifice. I was willing to settle to make the sacrifice to get to where I was going. As the position opened, I ended up asking a higher up. I was like, okay, so what does the time frame look like as far as hiring? All right. And usually when they hire internal, it takes them like a month to even get to your first interview, like to even get the situation started. So keep in mind, I'm telling y'all, I did not know that this was gonna happen. Keep my timeline in mind. So I'm telling y'all what's going on in the background about this supervisor position. So when I talked to the higher up, I ended up asking, so the higher up, how the conversation even started, he asked to call me into a meeting. I'm like, what? But he was like, it ain't nothing bad. So when he called me to this meeting, he gave me a business, a developmental opportunity. What that means at my job is that we have this opportunity that's not a real position yet. So your pay is not going to change, but it's basically a developmental role. So you can develop here. You can help us come up with policies and procedures for this position. You can do that. So I was so tired of doing what I was doing before, which hence why I wanted to move into supervisor. Well, I was trying to see how I can get out of this role that I was currently in. I was like, yeah, give it to me. And he was like, well, you start tomorrow. You start this developmental role tomorrow. So let me tell y'all why obedience is so important, and not staying in your comfort zone. Because after I said, so after I made the decision, I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm finna be doing day to day. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Like, I really didn't have no expectation. I just knew that something was telling me to do it. So then, on my very first day of training, the supervisor that was over that department, he was like, oh, just let you know, we did just open up a role for you guys to actually apply to, which will result into a pay increase. So I'm like, what? Like, I thought, you know, this was just a dev role. But I'm like, okay. And he was like, you should really apply. And I ain't never had nobody like from my company say, oh, you should apply for this job. So when he said that, I'm like, you should apply. I said, let me get my feet wet first. Let me see what I'm gonna be doing day to day before I even commit to that. So I did. I saw what the first day was like, and I was like, oh, this is easy work. This is easy work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply. So I applied the next day. And so we have team meetings like every Monday. And he was like, y'all should really apply. It's 2 of us at this time. Y'all should really apply for this position. Like, he pushing it. So I'm like, okay. I don't know why. I just felt like, even though he was saying it, it was like God telling me, like, girl, you need to really apply for this position. Like, I know you don't know what you're doing or getting yourself into, but trust me. Like, that's really how I felt in that situation. So I did apply. And I kid you not, I think I got approved for that apartment, and either the next day or the day after that, I ended up getting the position. Yeah, I ended up getting the position, and it brings me back to what I just said at the beginning of this video. I was praying for something. I was praying for resources. I was praying for all of these, and I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know where it's going to come from, but when I kid y'all not, I got approved and promoted within the same week. That ain't nothing but God. And it wasn't even nothing that I had to ask for. It wasn't nothing that I was stressing over. None of that. Everything just really fell in my lap. And I'm so happy that I'm so, I'll say grounded in my faith. Because if I listened to what other people were saying, I probably would never even got here at all. And I know in a previous video I was telling y'all about how I got like traumatized faith or wounded faith, which I do, but that doesn't mean that I don't have faith at all. That doesn't mean that I'm not working on growing my faith. It does not mean it. And I can honestly say, like, throughout this journey, it did increase my faith, because I know like how everything lined up. It was nothing but God, even down to like taking off time to move. If I would have been in that other role, I probably would not have been able to get off the days I did get off to make this move. But because I got promoted that same week and I started that Monday, it gave me the opportunity to be able to take off whenever I wanted to. It gave me an opportunity to have a salary position and not get paid hourly. Like, I don't know, like, it still feels surreal. Like, it don't even feel real. I don't even feel like I took in everything. Like, I am taking it in day by day, but I'm just so grateful. And the point of this video is to tell y'all, like, if y'all struggling with wounded faith or traumatized faith, or if you're in a position where you feel like you waiting on God, you don't know what to do, then my best advice to y'all would be is to surrender. Because when you surrender, you don't have no expectations, and it allows God to be able to move the way he needs to, because he knows the situation better than you do. It gives him that opportunity. He don't have to deal with your resistance. In the meantime, it makes him easy to move obstacles out your way, to give you what you've been asking for, if it's in his will. The key thing is if it's in his will. If it's not in his will, it's not gonna happen. But if it is in his will, then it will happen in his timing. So find peace in it. I had to find peace in it. I'm not saying that it is easy, because it's not. But just know that everything is always working out for you the way it's supposed to, and God is putting you in the perfect position to give you what you need and what you want. God wants to reward you. He wants you to be happy. He don't want you to be sad and depressed and all of that. So just continue to pray. I pray a lot. I pray every day, probably multiple times a day. But just continue to pray and build your relationship with God. However that may look to you. It don't have to be perfect. It don't have to be, because I talk to God like I talk to anybody else. I do. And people think you crazy. My mom used to think I was crazy for saying it, but I just talk to God like how I talk to anybody else. You feel what I'm saying? He is the way maker. He is the miracle worker. So I strongly encourage y'all to trust in him and give him the opportunity to show y'all that he already knows the way. He the cheat code. And yeah, I hope this testimony really got to whoever it needed to. That's gonna be the end of that. It's so much more I gotta tell y'all, even down to the point where, like, I feel like God is giving me a new book, not a new chapter. I feel like I'm done with that book over the end. But I feel like July 21st or whatever date that was, kick-started my new book. I even got a new phone. Like, my old phone stopped working. Like, what? God is so intentional, y'all. It really blows my mind sometimes. But that is the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next one. I love y'all. Bye.